I think it's important just to acknowledge that some intersex folk could participate in having children, like giving birth, right? Mm-hmm. And so that is something that people don't think about. And it's often something that medical providers, they make the assumption that we're just not going to want to. And so, or that's not something we're interested in, or they have their own biases that we just shouldn't. Really, like they'll say like, I didn't think you were interested, but what they really are thinking like, oh no, someone like you should not have children. Mm-hmm. And so that's always been the sort of like underlying messaging that I got, right? Is that I should be normatively like feminine, but like don't have kids. That would be like not a thing for you to do. And so it made it really difficult for me to even think for myself whether I wanted to have kids, because I'm a very defiant person. And so I could have just had kids to be defiant. And I had to go through a process of being like, actually, I don't want kids, but that's for myself, not because you're telling me that I shouldn't. Mm-hmm. But I think that there are a lot of us, intersex folks, who can and do want to have children, want to participate in that in some way. And they're trying really desperately to find ways to preserve fertility for themselves. So, and because there is so many more ways and so many ways that could happen in the future for that to happen. And many of them are like trying to say like, hey, like I want to have this done because this is how I want my body to be. Like I want to like live in this sort of embodied way, right? But I also want to preserve my fertility in a way that like is often still offered to some trans people, depending on where you're at in the country and how people think about it, but isn't offered in the same way to intersex folks, right? Like we're not thought of as being people who want to or / should have children.